Team USA lost to Canada and will not win a medal at all. 3 losses. Dylan Brooks smacked that ass. And we're going to talk about that today. Talk about why the United States of America is so cocky when it comes to basketball. Extremely cocky. We're going to look at this from a few angles. But I want to tell you a story about me growing up as a black child, a black teen, a black man in Northern California. I remember playing basketball. I remember playing football and baseball and realizing that we felt like we could always beat the white boys, right? We thought that we were always better than the white teams. And so it was always a shocker when a white boy pulled up to the park and had game. It was always a shocker when we played against a white team and that running back was raw, right? And so this is a shocker. It shouldn't be a shocker because the United States feels like we're better. We're the world power. We're better, right? We know we're not better at soccer and other things. But when it comes to things like basketball, a game like basketball, right? The United States still feels like we are better than everyone. Keep in mind that the NBA is the premier league in the world, primarily because the NBA pays the most. And that's how you can get players from all around the world to come and play in the NBA. It's really about money. And so if we're not careful, we'll see what happened with the PGA Tour and Live Golf, right? Let them oil billionaires throw a bag out there, right? And say, hey, LeBron, we will give you $100 million to play 1 year in Dubai, right? What are you going to do? What is the NBA going to do when that long Saudi money comes in and plucks players from the league? So going back to my initial point, Americans feel like we're just so much better than other nations. And so even your professional journalists, analysts went back and they said that the 400 best basketball players in the world are in the NBA. That is not true. There are great basketball players who are not on an NBA roster, be it politics or be bad timing, right? And so we can't act like just because you're on an NBA roster and you can throw a bunch of players together that they're gonna beat everybody in the world, right? Big fundamentals are what we see across other nations, right? Fundamental basketball. None of that flash. If you can shoot a ball and it goes in, that is a problem for a team that think that they can out finesse you with their athleticism, right? Yes, we can jump higher. Yes, we can run faster. But guess what? When it comes down to basketball, when it comes down to being in between those lines, making the right pass, shooting efficiently, developing big men, the NBA, as it moves towards small ball and chucking up threes, the NBA is a lot different than what it used to be. And world basketball is a lot different than what it used to be. This is a slice of humble pie. This is a slice of humble pie for the National Basketball Association. The 04 Olympic team won bronze, and I talked about that before. And LeBron was on that team, and Tim Duncan was on that team, and Dwayne Wade was on that team, and Carmelo Anthony was on that team. They won bronze. Now, LeBron didn't play much, but that doesn't matter. We're not making excuses. They won bronze. The United States has been put on notice. Basketball, we no longer dominate basketball on a global scale. And the key word to that is dominate. Because now you have to really come with your best. Put your best foot forward and let the star athlete, if the star athlete can't be humble and play a role and play fundamental basketball, right? Then you got a problem. And guess what? Fundamental basketball has not been played across the NBA because of these max contracts where you're feeding one or two players. The offense is built around the Steph Currys, right? The offense is built around your Dame Lillards, right? They have the green light to shoot. And so when you put them in an environment where that's not necessarily the case, they have to adjust their game. They have to pull back. Fundamental basketball. Team USA lost. We're not making any excuses. We are not making any excuses. I will not tolerate any excuses. You don't get to say, well, wait till we see you in the Olympics. Well, when the Olympics happens, it will happen. But guess what? History has already been written. The United States will not win a medal in this FIBA Cup. They were eliminated. No bronze medal for Team USA. And you guys said that the NBA has the 400 best basketball players in the world. That is far from the truth. Let this be a message. The world is coming. Like Deion say, they coming. They coming. Stop playing with me. They are coming. Putting y'all on notice. The United States is not a shoo-in for the gold medal in the upcoming Olympics. Blood is in the water. That blood in the water. Let me know what y'all think. This is 2 Black Sports Talk. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.